Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight. See me in the car going right to your door. 5 minutes later, I'm down on the floor. Thought my name was Reggae, better pawn it in, babe. Listen to your mama tell you how to behave. Filling up every cup. Drink it all bottoms up. Always end up on top. Drink it all bottoms up. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight. See me in the car going right to your door. 5 minutes later, I'm down on the floor. Thought my name was Reggae, better pawn it in, babe. Listen to your mama tell you how to behave. Filling up every cup. Drink it all bottoms up. Always end up on top. Drink it all bottoms up. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight. See me in the car going right to your door. 5 minutes later, I'm down on the floor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. Today, we are here to witness the qualifiers matchup of Team Z-Rush, where they did defeat Shadow Isles on map Border in an offline match, and now they're gonna go up against Team Area 69 on map Clubhouse. I'm Baba Gusta. With me, I have my co-caster Blackjack and my admin Foxy. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Blackjack, how you doing?
Oh, I am doing absolutely nice, Baba Gusta, as we are here, of course, for the game on Clubhouse in Qualifiers Round 4. And, as is almost the norm, we have a disconnection right at the ban phase. Kanda from Z-Rush is, sadly, out of the game. But whether or not Z-Rush calls for a rehost is, of course, yet to be seen, as they will be the first ones to ban any operator in this match. And as it were, ban phases are always important. You want to make sure you get those annoying operators off the board, as we see Jackal be the first casualty right here. A very standard ban, if you ask me. Jackal has been pretty much subject to what, like a 80% ban rate when it comes to ranked and Pro League, and not Pro League, but ranked in specific, as the second ban of the attackers is going to be Thatcher. This one is a smarter ban, of course. Thatcher with his EMPs can cause a lot of disruption for defender utility, especially with the way the defender side of the game goes right now. You know, you always have a Mai, a Jaeger, you have a deployable cam, and so many other electrical gadgets that one simple EMP blast can completely disrupt, and the flow of the defenders is, you know, there's a big wrench in it if a Thatcher's in play. So banning him, pretty smart, as Area 69 that is, are gonna ban Echo. All right, going from a smarter one to a standard ban on to the Echo. Well, like, we all know why Echo's banned at this point, right, Baba?
I mean, true that, because his yokai drones are so effective, especially on the attackers as well. He's planting on the bomb. He can be able to disrupt their plant with just a click of a button, and taking echo off their hands would be a little bit of a sigh feeling for the attackers to push in, but I don't think it's for that problematic for the defenders to hide on to. As we see, Kaid is being banned on towards the attacker side from team Zirash as we end our ban phase, and we will proceed on to round one as team Zirash is going to be defending on either CCTV or basement church, because I've each and every time when I see Clubhouse, I keep on saying that they're going to defend on CCTV, but since Church has the highest win rate on defense, who wouldn't miss an opportunity to win on a site like that, Jack?
Oh, absolutely. And looks like we will be seeing the basement church come out from the side of Z-Rush in round one right here. There, of course, on the defense. And right before we get into the round itself, let's have a quick look at both of these rosters. From the side of Z-Rush, we've got Shakti, Cybrov, Area Dust, Blanky, and Kanda. And from the side of Team Area 69, well, okay, we're in the loading screen. Give us just a quick second here.
To locate and
There we go.
defuse as many
From the
bombs
side
as
of
they
Team
can.
Area 69, we have Quasi, Salmanka, Flynn, Zim, and I have no idea what that name is.
Hey, it's Rico. Oh my! Oh wow!
Eight Rico. Okay.
It's like hey, it's Rico. That's basically what it means on the Ivana one. So basically, yeah. I mean, yes, it is quite, confusing with all of the, upper alphabets and lower alphabets. But in the end, thanks to Foxy for, understanding what the username meant, and we're going to call him Rico instead. How about that, Jack?
Yeah. That would definitely be a much better idea than trying to pronounce that.
Hey, it's Rico.
Moving out to
Hey,
locate
it's
a bomb and
Rico.
You remember me? I'm from Monopoly.
Now you just sound like Roman from GTA 4. I'm gonna stop you right there. I have bad memories of that man.
Roman, shall we go bowling?
Oh, stop.
Well, anyways, let's just head on towards on the action phase as we see Blanky is going to be playing on close blue stairs while playing as Bandit. He still has one of his shock. I was about to say shock run, but he still has Bandit charge still left up in him. As we see the rosters from the defender side, we have a little bit of trap operator, Cyber playing as Legion, and Ariadas who's going to be playing as Smoke. As we see Ash already in the CCTV room, thanks to Blanky there, he will immediately take out Flynn. I really apologize, it wasn't Ash, it was Maverick. So no more of that. I would say opening up the walls, and we see a lot of Maverick players, getting, an early frag from the beginning of the round. I feel so bad for Maverick mains here as we see Quasi already knowing for the fact that she is already on CCTV thanks to her Valkyrie Black Cams, which was situated right from the garage. As we see Rico using his Exkyros players to open up the hatches from exactly from the stock room and bar. Hopefully he'll be able to open up the kitchen hatch as well. As we see Kyazi already quite tagged up a bit, as he has to be careful about the guy who was playing around at the garage. He will eventually rotate back from the blue stairs. That would be Kanda, who was playing as Jaeger. He's going to fall back from the blue stairs. And now it's just the waiting game for the defenders, just to wait for the attackers to just come into the site, as another Exkyro Spirit has been detonated from the stockroom hatch. Zofia still has her utility. She can be able to use it, as we see Ash trying to pre-fire on that place where Jaeger was facing in. She's going to use her breachers to open up the hatch, as we see Zim with the first frag, taking out Area Dust. That's Smoke out of the board with 3 toxic babe canisters. That would be very irritating for the attackers to push in, and they don't have to worry about it. The only thing that they do have to worry about is the players who are actually staying on the side, and Legion's goo mines. That would be a little bit a pain for the attackers to come up with, as we see Hibana almost taking a fight with the guy who was being situated at the Moto entrance, but eventually won't find the connect whatsoever. Thermite using his exothermic charge to open up the hatch on towards the kitchen, as Kyazi will get a kill on Kanda, but Blanky will be there to refrag it back up. Now it's just 10 seconds left. The diffuser is down on the kitchen. Now Rico will immediately get the kill on towards on Blanky, but they don't have the diffuser just yet. They have to go for the frags. Meanwhile, Rico gets a double kill, but does it matter though? Because Shakti, on the other hand, will win for Z-Rush, eventually winning the defenders round 1.
What a defensive round from the side of Z-Rush right here. Even though it came down to a bit of a scramble right at the end of the round timer as well, they managed to pull it off with Shakti getting the last kill onto the remaining attacker. And with that being said, we're going to be moving into round 2. That is second floor CCTV indeed. Because of course, we all know CCTV and Church are pretty much vying for top site, best site that is, of Clubhouse, and nobody really cares about Bar at all. Like, Bar isn't even brought up in the conversation. I can just imagine like pro teams before they go into a tournament. Oh, wait a minute, is that okay? No, okay, Shakti,
no.
almost little bit of
Trice is averted.
a little bit of a visual mix-up, trying to anticipate maybe a Ying play from the side of Area 69, but we're not going to be seeing that, and he has made the much smarter choice of going for the Wamai, and I don't think I need to explain as to why Wamai is a much better choice than a Warden, even if there is a Ying in play. But, you know, the thing I was saying before is, like, I'm pretty sure that they're, even in standard conversation, right, when a team is trying to strategize for a tournament they're going to play, I'm pretty sure, like, when they talk Clubhouse, if Clubhouse is one of their better maps, they're like, okay, we do CC like this, we do Church like this, we do Gym like this. Bar is just never brought up in the conversation. It's like, yeah, CC only has 3 sites. Sorry, Clubhouse only has 3 sites. That's all. That's all we know.
Yep.
And, I mean...
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Defenders
And
left the area of operation.
there we go. As I was talking about it, our beautiful admin Fox here has pointed out the fact that Reckoning Esports are one of the only few teams known to actually successfully defend Bar, which is an achievement in and of itself. So hats off to Reckoning right there. I know their game isn't until quite a while, but you know, a little bit of Reckoning talk never goes offhand. As we're going to be seeing one of the Valkyrie cans be taken out, but Kanda has another one right here as the Ashes joining right outside of Garage. And, ooh, Garage's wall has been breached as well, and the Valkyrie has to be very, very careful. There we go. The second Val cam is off the board. The Ashes is going to repel safely away because the breach from Thermite is going to stop the Valkyrie from doing anything too major. But he's still trying to go for a peek right here out of the garage door. And there is Thermite right outside, rappelling up to the main wall of CCTV. The Maverick's there as well, as Rico's going to be looking to clear out, at the very least, the mute jammer that is on that wall. But Jones are going to be what stops Valkyrie from making that run out happen. He's going to have to rotate back towards Stocks for the time being. And from the looks of things, yep, there we go. The main breach is about to go down from Thermite, and we do have a Nomad sitting at the CCTV window to make sure nobody gets any bright ideas. Thermite's on the rappel as well, making sure that the red stairs and rotation from inside of Cache are being watched. Actually, Quasi on the Ashes also here, so it looks like Area 69 are trying to make a quick push of this. But shots are being fired from inside of construction, and Ash is going to push in there. But the Valkyrie's there, but yep, there we go. Valkyrie will get the kill. A little bit of a shot whiff situation right there, but Kanda, very low on HP, manages to get that situation handled for his team. He's going to be healed up by the dog. Blanky doing a good job of playing a doctor right there. But shots from inside of logistics are going to stop Kanda from making a push happen. And now they're going to have to try and play that angle as well as the Zofia. There is Zim is sitting inside of logistics with a nice and large peak rotation hole into construction itself. The dog, he knows that there's somebody below him. That will be the Nomad, and he's going to try and get the kill. But no, the Nomad charge is going to drop him for the time being. But Flynn is going to get dropped by Kanda, the Valkyrie, who's still playing below, as Area goes down to Rico. And is a 3v4 right now, still in favor of Z-Rush right here. Area 69, that is, needs to make this play happen. But that shield in Catwalk is stopping the Thermite from making any plays happen. He needs the assurance from the rest of his team that he will be safe. And there we go. Grenade is caught by one of Wamai's Magnus. Another one gets thrown in by the Maverick. It's not going to catch anybody though, as it is still 3 versus 4 in the last 20 seconds of the round. Blanky's going to get one. It's now a 2v4. And all down to the Maverick, who's run his way into sight. He gets the Wamai, but will he be able to go for the plant right here? He definitely has the time to try and go for a kill, or the cover from Zotac could be established. There we go. Zim's going to take side rope, and Blank is going to go down as well. Suddenly it's a 2v1, all down to Kanda, as he's the man with a C4. He's going to try and stop the plan, but Zotac is watching, and there we go. The kill is confirmed, even while he went for the C4 right there, as Zim will finish off the last defender on the red stairs. and Team Area 69 take round 2.
Wow, for a moment there I thought Zim was the one who had the diffuser, but dropping the diffuser to Thermite, giving him to plant while Zofia is holding that positioning, eventually gave Team 69 their first win on attack. That's quite impressive there for Team 69 to make eventually a great comeback on CCTV. As we proceed to round 3, they are going to be defending yet again on CCTV room, as for the defenders, they had a little bit of hiccup thanks to Rico's aggressiveness pushing towards from CCTV room through to the cash room, taking out Vamai and Smoke in the process, which led the defenders'
protect your bombs from being defused
position
by the-
crumbled. So that was quite, I would say, great positioning and I would say awareness from Zofia. Like, she arrived from the logistic office holding an angle so that you could be able to take her out. And a really good use of deployable shield there from Blanky, right from the deployable shield that were being used from the catwalk of Garage, that eventually that gunfight was a little bit difficult to win from. And the only thing for Maverick was to go through is from that aggressive. And if Blanky did not, if Blanky did hold an angle and eventually took out Maverick, that would have been a great win for them. So let's just head on back to the action phase. As we see from the attackers, we still have Nomad. We still have the same operator selection from Team Area 69. We still have Nomad with those air jabs, which she can be able to close off the flank that the defenders would likely be arrived to. And with that 1.1-1 equalizing the round, we still have no idea on who's going to win it, as we see one exothermic charge being used at the garage wall, as it will be able to give them good amount of access, as I'm guessing there should be one from the catwalk there. There you go, Blanky with the dog, with the ACOG sight of the MP5 submachine gun, which he can be able to see the whole angle from the entrance of the garage door. A second exothermic charge will be used to open up the walls of CCTV, and unfortunately we don't see a bandit there, at least trying to bandit check. So knowing for the fact that Thatcher has been banned, as Salamanca will confirm it, as he tries to fake it out just to see that if they have a bandit on their team. No, they don't. He's going to use his exothermic charge to finally open up the second wall. And looks like Thermite's job is done. All you have to do is to just be at the default plant of CCTV, go for the plant and hold the angles of garage windows so that he might not be able to get flanked, and that's just good to go here. But I don't think that Team Zirash will make it that easier for them, as the drone works being coming out from the Team Area 69. No body has been dropped yet for the past 1.5 minutes here, as it's still just a waiting game just yet. But looks like Ash is already in the aggressive on the CCTV room. Does he finds out? Yes, he does. Smoke eventually ends out the wrath of Ash's rush, as we see Blanky on the other hand taking out Flynn. There's already 2 attackers down, and with only 3 man count remaining from Team Area 69, it is not working well out there for them, as Zirash is on a roll here. It's still waiting around here. Like, they don't have any clue on how to counter this. Like, each and every position they've been playing with, they try to figure out a way to at least take them out by surprise. As we see Salamanca trying to contest with the dog, goes for the shot, but almost he still gets tagged out. It's just a lot of shots being fired over and over, but still Doc is still holding the angle, and he will emerge victorious by taking out Blanky, eventually getting the control over on Garage. But he still needs to be careful because he has around 5 HP left, and he still has the diffuser in hand. If Thermite goes down, the attackers has to go for frags instead of planting on the diffuser. But we see Zofia playing on the construction, hoping to get 1 or 2 kills from this side on Cash. A huge aggression from Maverick, trying to take out one operator from Cash, but we see Legion there with the refrag. Eventually now it's all down to Salamanca to clutch this one out. It doesn't matter though, because Zirash on the other hand will give the win, as they are on a 2-point lead, sorry, 1-point lead against Team Area 69.
What a round from Zerish indeed. And once again, it was a bit of a scramble right towards the end, but they managed to make it out of that with a little bit of a better situation, taking the early game lead right here, 2-1 in their favor going into round 4. And looks like we'll be headed back to Basement Church. Zerish is, well, they'll be safe from going into gym bedroom for the time being because, of course, they had a round loss in the middle, which means that Basement Church is unlocked for them. Shakti's going to go for the 6th pick out of the Vigil onto the Valkyrie. As with that, we are all set and ready for round 4 right here. An exciting game is surely coming up in our hands. Excuse me, as we will be moving into the next phase of this match right here. Basement Church is the site. Zerish, they want to make a big lead from this point onwards, and they will definitely be playing for that. Area 69, their top priority right now is to equalize onto Zerish before they can start getting the lead. They want to make sure that Zerish does not get any momentum, because if you allow Zerish to get any of that sweet momentum, they will completely run away with the game. And well, round 4, it's still early to say, as Baba Gusta said, it's still early to say who will take the game which way. But one thing's for sure, momentum plays a very key part when it comes to competitive Rainbow. And okay, that's a nice spot from Shakti, but is it gonna be, yeah, it's a pretty okay. But he's gonna pick up his, nope, he can't pick up his Valcam because that is just out of range of, unfortunately, Valkyrie's forearms. And he's gonna just have to deal with the fact that half of his cam's line of sight is completely blocked by that lampshade, I guess.
If Valk had a jump button, he could have been able to reach it. But I mean, we don't have jump here in Rainbow Six. We have vault instead. So
yeah, but I mean, like, the only operator who can safely jump per se is actually Oryx, but we won't be seeing Oryx right now because, you know, as it were, Rainbow Six competitive rules state that any new operator cannot play in the season that they are released, which means Oryx and Iana, even though they are some very fun operators in Rainbow Six, will not be in play for this season of Void Age. They'll be in play from the next season, which is, I guess, a month and a half away at this point, but that is very far in the future as we are still playing round 4 here on a Clubhouse. Cyberov, he's going to be making a few lines of sight. I know there already is one here on towards Moto. They're looking at the hallway and the main wall of Church because, of course, Salamanca on the Thermite, he might just try and go for that angle. As Quaz is going to take down Kanda. That's a big one. That is the Jaeger of the board. And that means that the Carbine is not going to be in play any longer. Motor hatch has been opened as well, so the attackers are making quick work of the roam clear right now. And they are making sure, excuse me, they're making sure that no flanks can be established from the side of Zerish for the time being. Shakti's trying to quick peek the main stairs, the main door of main stairs, but that might not be the most advisable thing to do, as there are 2 attackers, I believe, pushing down that exact area. There we go, the Ash is right there. Quasi is going to try and make a play. Now he's already in the hallway going towards Moto. This could be big right here, as there's another operator down there. He gets lit up. That is the Thermite. Salamanca gets lit up a little bit more, but he's not all too terrible in a situation. You know, he can still take gunfights and win, and he sees the Valcam takes it out and manages to rotate back up the main stairs safely. Droning is happening inside the church, and the Bandit will be spotted as Quaz is going to go for the peek, but will he get the kill? Bandit is safely deep in Church for now. Shots are fired, and he has a Legion Mine, excuse me, in his shin. Takes a little bit of electricity damage as the canister has gone up from smoke, and it is all coming down to the last 30 seconds of the round. Blanky and Shakti inside of Church have to defend this side from the invading Ash any second now. Zim, in the meanwhile, he's sitting on the main stairs trying to make some plays happen with the Zofia and his lifelines. But will they work out? 15 seconds in the round. It's now or never for the attackers. It's a 5v4, but they have to get the plant off if they want to secure the round or go all out for frags. The Ash is pushing in, but Cyberov gets flamed. The Ash gets down as well. Zofia Thermite all that's left, and a couple of bodies are dropped as well as Zofia goes down to the Valkyrie, and time will be what secures. Time and the last kill, that is what secures the round for Zerish right there, as so many bodies were dropped in a last second push. And what a peek from Cyberov. Perfect positioning to take out both the Hibana and the Thermite, drop the diffuser, and win the round for his team, as Zerish took round 4 right there, going 3-1 up in the lead.
And the only thing that made Team Area 69, clueless about what to do at the next round is just because of the bandit charges being placed at the church. If they did open up the wall and gain access from then and there itself, they would have just got the round there itself, getting the control around church, planting it, hopefully holding the angle so that no one would be arrived to contest with the
Defenders,
attackers
protect your
being
bombs from
planted.
being
But
defused by attackers.
unfortunately the church wall did not open. I mean, they could have took Kali instead, because she is great at taking out the bandit charges, knowing for the fact that Kaid is being banned. Just we need to keep that in fact that Kaid is been banned, and since only bandit is the one he can be able to electrify it, she could have been a proper usage. But that is just prediction for me as we proceed on to round 5, as the defenders is going to be defending from, I guess, from Jim and Penthouse. I guess it's Jim and Penthouse. Yeah, there we go. It's Jim and Penthouse from Team Zeros, because they've already successfully defended on both the church and CCTV. So Jim would be the third choice of point, as
Attackers
we will
objective is to
see
locate a bomb
on the action phase. We see Valk using her Valk icams
Defender has
to,
been discovered.
to get intel from good amount of positions from warehouse, especially from the balconies of Jim, which he can be able to see, or I would say go for a proper run out. And we still have Area Dust, who is playing as bandit. I guess he'll be able to use both of his bandit charges, two from the jacuzzi wall as well as the bathroom wall, which is situated from the gym here. I mean, the attacks that I've seen from Team Area 69 is that they are quite, they are in the site, but the problem is they can't figure out a way to, at least counter them or win directly in their gunfights. As we see Flynn using her first air jab from the consulate office here. But no, I don't think so. I don't think that Kaid used her air jabs. Not Kaid, my bad. I am hallucinating. I really I am like literally hallucinating. So anyway, we see Maverick using his breaching torch to hopefully open up the walls of the jacuzzi. As they only have two hard breachers. One is Thermite and one is Maverick here. As everything is quite silent. Like there's no gunshots being fired. It's just Maverick's pain and agony of trying to open up that wall, because there's a bandit charge being placed here, and that is quite a wrong way to open up a Maverick hole, which will eventually leads the defenders holding up an angle, and eventually they have a possibility of taking out Maverick. As meanwhile we see Kanda with the run out on Jim Window, taking out Finn, and he is safe nonetheless. He's just going to reposition back, but Ash will be there to refrag back. What the hell just happened, dude?
Oh, bruh.
What just happened?
That was...
It's like aggression versus aggression. Who will be the best aggression? No one. It's absolutely no one, because Bandit was there to refrag onto Ash, and currently it's just 2 manpower down from Team.
Kanda!
Come
You
on,
didn't need to
Kanda.
do that to Quasi. Come on. Oh, he drops a typical Ash main in chat. Oh, that has to hurt. That would probably hurt more than the bullets right there for Quasi. That is for sure.
Well, with a lot of time wasted from the attackers, they have to go for the push here, as they haven't been entered into the site just yet. They're just outside. They haven't even opened up. They just recently opened up the wall on Jacuzzi, and they only have 8 seconds left. So main possibly they would either go for a plant, but he doesn't have anyone for the support there. No man, they have Maverick for the support, but eventually taken down from Shakti, and he will be there to take the last diffusers, as Zerush will eventually win round 5 in such a confusing win.
Hold on. Zerush are, well, they're pretty heavily in the lead right now, 4-1 in favor, as we are on round 6. Round 6 meaning that this is, of course, the last round before roll swap, where Zerush is going to go on the attack. And the thing I'm actually noticing about the way Team Area 69 is playing is they know how to execute on their reinforced hard breaches, and they know how to execute on roam clear. But as soon as they get close to site, they just sort of lose it. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. Like when we saw them push down onto Basement Church a couple rounds ago, they had control of first floor. They had control of Moto Hatch. they decided to go down the main stairs, right?
Attackers
But
need to locate
Salamanca,
and
who
defuse
was
as
playing
many
Thermite
bombs
that
as they
round,
can.
he wasn't anywhere. He didn't try to open the church wall. There was no attempt at taking out the bandit batteries, no grenades being thrown in, nothing. None of that happened. And without opening church wall, of course, taking control of church itself is a little hard. Now, I do understand that Thatcher is banned, right? Which would make that push much, much harder. But then, you know, there wasn't a try from Dirt or Blue as far as I'm aware. So
Yeah, almost forgot about that.
they tried to funnel through the hallway, like just sort of branch out in two sides. But that just only went one way. We know how that went. It was a complete firing line from Zero right there to take them out one by one.
All for the defenders, all they just had to do is to just pre-fire from that same angle, and they
Attackers must
got
locate
2 to
and
3 kills
defuse
just
the
like that.
bomb. Defender has left the designated staging area.
Well, with that being okay, hold on, I'm a little confused right now. Right, excuse me, my brain not supporting me as usual, and okay,
I mean, yeah, like just like I said, for Team Area 69, this might be their last chance to, you know, get on towards on Division 3. If they don't, Zira should be the one to take the spot on Division 3. So for them, the risk from Team Area 69 is on their line, and if they don't do anything, you know, quite out of the ordinary, this is like we might have to say goodbye to Team Area 69 for today's qualifier, and hope for the best on the next qualifiers though, on the next season.
This is, of course, a very important game for both of them, as we're going to be seeing a Thermite already make a breach happen, and Flynn is down. Curiously enough, the Nomad has gone down somewhere on the other side of the map, bleeding out quite quickly, as she should be revived any second now. The cover from her teammates is there, but Team Area 16, oh, okay, down right outside of Bar, and Shakti, that is the Jaeger, is right there. So that is actually where that gunfight went down. Quite interestingly enough, Nomad doesn't seem like... Okay, Salamanca is going for the revive right here, but is it going to be worth it? The Jaeger's not baiting for the time being. He's just made that down happen, as the area does takes a lot of damage from one of Ash's charges from below. Quasi's trying to play vertical this time, and he's going to be spotted out for the time being from that same angle, but not shot at, because of course, you know, the SMG-11 probably doesn't have the greatest chances of winning in that sort of angle against an R4C. With that being said, Area 69, they definitely need to do a lot better droning, as Shakti is going to take down Zim. That's the Zofia of the board. A big kill. Zofia's lifelines will no longer be in play, as the head of the dock will be spotted, but no, he's going to get the kill onto Thermite, and Salamanca goes down. The dock is going to revive himself, as one of Nomad's air jabs will not get the dock, but the operator inside a garage will, as Cyberov takes on Quasi in the meanwhile, but the Valkyrie goes down as well. It's a 2v3 right now, but the peek from Lester is going to do a lot of damage onto Rico, and Flynn is very low on HP as well in the last 40 seconds of the round. Area 69 are, they are losing the man count right here, but what a shot from Flynn right there to take down Area. He knew exactly where that operator was playing, but Legion's going to get one onto the red stairs, all down to Flynn on the Nomad right here, and there we go. The operator inside of CCTV. Shakti with the Jaeger is going to take him out, as G-Rush are going to win round 6, getting one step closer to getting into Division 3 right here. Oh, so close for Z-Rush, as Area 69 are now going to be on the defense. Round 7 role swap has, of course, happened, and they, with the defense on their side now, need to make the plays their own if they want to keep their chances alive of getting into the division. Otherwise, we'll be saying goodbye to them for the foreseeable future, until, of course, the next qualifiers of Season 3. With that being said, Baba Gusta, any thoughts on this 5-1 lead that Z-Rush has?
Well, I kind of like the aggression on Team Area 69, even though Ash's aggressive plays didn't quite work out. We did get to see some Maverick plays, even not just, you know, using him as you know, a tool to open up the wall, but also gets quite an important frag, like 2 to 3 of them. He's always great at aggression, but at the end there will always be that one operator who's going to, you know, hold the angle and eventually take him out. So I would say just to, you know, control the aggression for a little bit and go strategically so that you can be able to hold as best as you can. And judging by the Area 69's strategy here, I'm guessing that there will be a lot of runouts as well as a lot of spawn kills, Jack.
Definitely an interesting observation right there. Runouts and spawn peaks are always on the board, of course. You know, There's no, like, it's not illegal, even though, you know, you'll hear a lot of shouting from the community at large about certain spawn peaks being completely overpowered, but that is, of course, for Ubisoft to handle and not our point of view. And alrighty then, I just realized Cyberov is playing the Fuse right here. From
Fused with the breach charge, Jack. Fused with
breach
the
charge
breach
and what looks like the LMG. No, that's the AK, but still a respectable gun nonetheless. And I gotta say, just from caster to caster, Baba, being a Fuse main myself, it makes me happy to see Fuse be employed. Even if it is just the qualifiers, it makes me happy to see there's a beautiful Russian operator in play right here. As we'll be moving, that is the Fuse will be moving towards. Yeah,
I guess Cyber wants to teach Area 69 how to do aggression. Because we already saw Kanda picking off one ops, and then Ash will be there to take out, you know, Jaeger at the other, and Cyber will be like, you know what, hold your horses, I'm here, let me show you how aggression is done. As a Zim will take out Area Dust with their first frag. A little bit of hope there from Team Area 69 to hopefully make this, you know, match eventually a comeback, and we'll get to see if that comeback is while worth it, as we see Shakti holding on towards on Garage. He is going to open up that barricade, eventually holding up an angle right from the boosters, just to make sure that he wouldn't be. No, never mind. He's just going to. Oh my god. I'm just you know, stunned and dazed on how aggressive both of these players are. As we see Blanky here, still no intel on where those two operators are, Kanda and Mozzie. As we see Jaeger with the aggression tries to go for the attack with Blanky. He will eventually pings out quite a bit here with Blanky. He's going to reposition himself, as we have Cyber, who is playing as Fuse. He still has the diffuser, so he still needs to be careful, because if that diffuser goes down, oh my god, that's the breach charge.
Whoa!
The backfire from Zim as he takes out Banky from surprise, as we see Kiazi taking out, and even Hibana also goes down as well from Salamanca. And now it's all down to Shakti to clutch this one out on a 1v5 situation. Quite impossible, as I would say. There we have it. Team Area 69 with an oh so flawless round, as they will win round 7 on Map on Church.
Well, that was very unfortunate for Zeros right there. Even though they had, they had a little bit of issues with positioning themselves, losing the Maverick early definitely hurt. And one other thing that they definitely failed to do was the roam clear, because both Mozzie and the Jaeger were just allowed to sit inside of gym bedroom and get away with it. We saw Ying try to make that play happen, but putting the breach charge down was the biggest mistake she could have made in that situation, because she placed it right behind Mozzie's head, who just turned around and like, wait a minute, shoots through the wall.
I mean, I would quietly like to point that Zerush didn't even drone at bedroom at all. Like, they didn't even know they were both Jaeger and Mozzie who was playing at the bedroom. In which they actually, you know, that was a huge, you know, a great flick there to take out Ying out by surprise. That was a really good shot, man.
Absolutely, but, you know, as it were, a little bit of luck definitely played into that. Knowing where the breach charge was one half of the equation, and getting the shot onto the head was the other half, as we'll be moving into round 8 right here. 5-2 still in favor of Zerush, admittedly 3 rounds in their favor, but will that result in a victory for Zerush, or are Area 69 going to make this comeback happen to make sure that they can stay and get into Division 3 right here? That remains to be seen, as the action phase is going to come up very, very shortly. And they do have the Bandit this time. Salamanca's playing the Bandit, might be going for a Bandit trick onto the main wall or construction wall. Either one really works. As we see Smoke, he's going to establish some tiny vertical lines of sight to play below onto stocks, and as such make another line of sight into garage window and the breach. You know, you can watch that from there. Jaeger's ADSs are going to keep him safe for the time being, as he sits behind the shield in a CCTV. And definitely a very important round for Team Area 69. I mean, it's an important round for both of these teams, of course. Zerush wants to go to match point. Area 69 wants to keep themselves alive in this game. And both teams will definitely be bringing their A game to make these plays happen. Again, for a reminder for all of our viewers at home, this game is very important, as Cyberos taking out Salamanca. That's a big kill. The Bandit is gone already, And that is unfortunate for the side of Area 69 because that means there will be no denial. And the MP7 is off the board as great of a gun as it is. Oh, looks like Maverick got that soft wall breach already done as well. Well done from Area Dust, as we'll be looking at a CCTV breach any second now from the side of Zerush, which will be oh so vital
A bomb has been located.
from the side of the attackers. I heard that Ash shot go off, but it did not go off. I heard it, like, you know, drill itself into the wall, but it never blew up. Never mind, Ash is going to just use a second one wherever she is in the map. As we see Flynn doing a little bit of a peekaboo with the main stairs railing right here. He's going to be dead drone that, excuse me. And flashbangs are being thrown into sight, so it looks like Zerush wants to make this take onto CCTV happen as Kanda's going to take down Quasi. That's a big kill. The dock is gone as well. Garage is clear. Shakti's going to get one as well. It's now 5v2, all down to Zim and Flynn as they are the last remaining inside. The Jaeger goes down. It's all down to the smoke. Sitting inside a cache right now. And he'll be taken out by Shakti as well. What a play from the Nomad from inside of construction. Getting the last two operators quickly and efficiently as Zerush are going to go into match point by winning round 8 right there. And they sit one round away from securing their spot in Division 3.
Oh my god, what a play from Zerush. They are one step away onto getting onto Division 3, and for Team Area 69, they still have 5 more steps to reach to overtime. And I would definitely quite say the amount of push that the attackers did was so great. It was like I was seeing a strategic push from, you know, from the SWAT teams that they do. Like, they just wait for the right opportunity and then they just push it and they just corner him oh so damn good. It's just a flawless victory all in the end. So that was really great, dude. As Zerush advancing towards on match point, we see Team Area 69 defending yet again on CCTV room. Well, we did saw Salamanca's trial to deny the, I would say, opening up the walls to happen was unsuccessful, as he will yet again take Bandit. I mean, with the Area Dust playing as Maverick, I think it would be better for, you know, Bandit to at least place the Bandit charges instead of tricking it, because if you try to trick it, there is a huge possibility that Maverick is going to use his, you know, breaching charge to not only just to open the soft walls, but you can also give an angle for the attackers. So if you try to go for the anti-denial, there will be always one attacker who's going to be able to take it out. So just placing a breach charge would be a viable option here, because this is their one final chance for Team Area 69 to make things worth, or else Zerush will be there to head on to Division 3.
I mean, yeah, like you said, with the Maverick in play, it's gonna be very hard for Bandit to actually do any tricking, but they do have Zim playing the pulse this time around with his heartbeat scanner, and I believe that is all 3 castle barricades protecting him from bar stocks and the blue stairs window at the same time. But once again, it looks like a very quick take on CCTV from the side of Zerush, because they want to make these plays happen. And again, with the Maverick in play, it just emphasizes the point that Salamanca on the Bandit, he's already lit up to half HP, and he's pre-placed his Bandit batteries because, of course, that is the best he can do. But even then, look at the quick take from Area Dust right here, getting that first line done nice and fast. As now comes the tricky part. How does he tackle the bottom line of this half-wall trick? He's going to go prone, and he's going to rely on Blanky on the Ash, who's on the rappel right there, to make the plays happen. And there we go. It's already done, as the logistics operator is going to get spotted out. Salamanca, he was healed up by the dock, but he's lit up once again. There's obviously one in logistics right now, and he's going to get spotted by the Jaeger. Does a little bit of damage to whoever that is in there, but there's another attacker inside of him, and there we go. The shots are fired, and the Jaeger goes down as Kanda, the Thermite, is actually all the way here inside of logistics. He's joined by Zofia to make this push happen. Shakti goes down in the meanwhile. Salamanca gets that kill. The Maverick pushes in. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken out. That's the diffuser drop right there, as the Ash is the only one outside of CCTV, and he gets the kill on the Dock. That's a big one. The Dock is off the board. The ACOG from the Catwalk is gone. It's now a 3v3 situation, as Thermite's going to go for the breach under construction. Is he going to get tricked? No, he's not. Salamanca has to make sure that CCTV is going to be defended as Blanky goes down. The Ash is gone. It's all down to the last 2 operators sitting inside a bedroom in construction right now. Kanda and Cyberov trying to make this play happen. Cyberov's on the Zoka. He's going to be the most important one here, because his lifelines are going to be paramount for this push. He still has his concussive nades, which could turn the tides in his favor at any given point in the game. 2v3, of course, as Summer's going to drone ahead for him. Shots are fired from below. The Pulse knows that the Zofia is pushed in. He might go for a C4 play any second now, but the Bandit playing right by the door. He's given his position away, and he will be taken up by Cyberoff accordingly, but no! From inside of Garage is going to be this, Rico actually took out the... Yeah, that was from inside a garage. He takes down the Zof, and it is all down to the Thermite, who knows there's somebody on these stairs right here. That's the castle. That's actually the Pulse, and he will actually get the kill. Pulse taking down Kanda with a headshot, with the angle being held oh so patiently. And despite being at a bit of a disadvantage early in the round, Area 69 keep themselves alive in this game as they claw their way back into a 6-3 situation. Still in the lead for Z-Rush, mind you, but that is a round that was much needed for Area 69.
I mean, you did, Jack, you did even say that there is a higher possibility where it can go around from 1 to 6 match point to 6 to 6 OT.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think there might be a chances where Team Area 16 might take this match to overtime?
I mean, there definitely is a chance, right? You can never discount that sort of a play from either team playing in competitive Rainbow Six, because of course it takes a lot of grinding and a lot of practicing, lots of scrims, lots of practice matches to get
Attackers
to this
need to
point. Even
locate
if it is the
and defuse
qualifiers, you should never underestimate a team just because they're in the qualifiers. They could pretty much bring out a big upset. We have, of course, seen these. If anybody remembers Empire's win over G2, I believe that was a couple of years ago at this point.
Yeah, that was at the Release Major, where they definitely made a huge upset by taking out G2 Esports. That was like, that was one hell of a match, dude. One hell of a match.
The Siege competitive community was...
I just still remember the last words of Intero when he says it's Crocodile Dundee. I was like, what?
10 seconds remaining.
Intero. Of course, that's why he's up there and we're here. But not to discount anything from anyone in this situation. Everyone's putting in lots of effort to make sure that this league, that is the WD Black Esports Club League, goes off without a hitch. As once again, come back to the point that I was making, you know, upsets in Rainbow Six are always a thing. And you should never underestimate your opponent team if you want to be on top of your own game. Underestimation leads to overconfidence, and overconfidence leads to your downfall. As we'll be looking at droning happening from the side of Z-Rush, they want to make sure that they can make these plays happen. They get all the intel that they need, and their positioning as a result of that intel gathering is always... they need to make this place happen, excuse me, as they will try to make sure that they get these rounds on board for themselves. Area Dust, he's got the Maverick blowtorch. He's gonna try and make some breaches as Kanda's gonna take down Salamanca. That's the alibi down. Alrighty then. The MX Storm is not gonna be in play for the side of the defense any longer, and there we go. Maverick's breach, in reminiscent of one of Sledge's soft breach holes, is gonna be done. But no, the Sledge gets taken down, excuse me. But he's refragged onto. That is the Legion gets refragged onto. Rico goes down, but not before doing some damage as the Jaeger gets taken out. And ooh, no, Blanky just missing the headshot on the Mozzie, almost getting the second kill for himself. But Zim is gonna survive that for the time being. Where is Maverick? Why is he going for the plant inside of sight? Area Dust, what are you doing? He just gave the round away potentially as Quasi is getting pushed by the Zofia. Quick take from the Zofia as it's all down to Zim. Alrighty then, all the other defenders are gone, and Blanky's gonna go for the plant now. And it looks like there was no hatch breach either from the side of Z-Rush. They just went into side from dirt and the blue stairs. What even happened in this round? But as comes down to all onto the 1v3 for Zim right here. He needs to make this place happen. He's gonna push up blue stairs for the time being. Coming down nice and slowly, making sure not to give his position away, but the Nomad's watching and will be taken out accordingly. But there's another one. The Ash is gonna get the kill right there as Kanda secures round 10 for Z-Rush. And with that, Z-Rush are going to win Clubhouse. They're gonna stop Area 69 from getting the comeback. It's a 7-3 victory for them in a Clubhouse right here, and looks like they will have secured their position in Division 3 with this victory.
Well, great stuff being displayed from both the teams here, but in the end, Z-Rush will remain victorious. Congratulations to them. They have earned their spot on Division 3. So, that would be it for the first match. We will still be having our second matchup here. So until then, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm Foxtrot, and joining me today is Dr. Dang. Dr. Dang, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good, Foxy. We have King's Crew versus Point 8 today. We saw King's Crew prevail against the team was, I believe, all right, I don't remember the team's name. So we saw King's Crew prevail on Coastline yesterday, and we saw Point 8 pull out a 7-2 win on Consulate in their previous game. So
Right.
both these teams are going to be really strong. The map's going to be border. So we haven't seen either of these teams play on this map. So it's going to be exciting to watch what these teams have prepared for each other.
Definitely, that is surely going to be something that I'm looking forward to because Border comes out as a really, I would say, strategic heavy map, and more than that, it comes to close quarter combats. That means you've got to, even if you don't have strategies up your sleeves, you at least want to establish crossfires with your teammates, have maximum communication going between you and your friends. That is because when it comes down to the fights that you have to take in Border, it comes down to those really close combats, just like I said, because the only two hallways that are long enough to catch off the attackers or the defenders off guard for that matter will be the waiting room that is right below skylight, or the second one is the classic hallway onto the east side that leads all the way onto the 90 hallway. So the way this works out is whatever sites we play, it's ventilation, it's armory, or it's customs, it's all going to come down to the close quarter combats that we'll see both these teams take against each other. And that is exactly why you've got to keep your communication on point. Speaking of point, we have a team here named Point 8, right? So a really interesting conversation I was having with Cretin the day before is apparently Point 8 is the team's name that is formed from a team member's KD ratio, that is beta. So beta has a KD ratio of 0.8, and the team just decided to make that a meme for themselves and eventually make that their go-to team name. So Point 8, that's the origin of the story behind the name that Point 8 will be running. Meanwhile, King's Crew, I don't really know any story behind the name of that, but then again, they have Messi in it, so might as well name it FCB. I mean, I don't know why they've named it King's Crew, but anyways, it's just a team name. It'll all come down to we see both these teams play against each other. So King's Crew, like you said, playing off in Coastline yesterday, really good play, and in fact, Messi himself, a really, I'd say, impactful player for his team that was yesterday.
True.
Because we did get to see him pick up very impactful frags. He made sure he cut off rotations, he established lines of sight with the ass charges that he had, and more than that, it came down to him getting the finisher kill as well in almost, I think that was at least 3 rounds out of the 5-ish they played on attack. So a really good play from that man, in fact, and we're still waiting for the players to join up in the lobby. Meanwhile, one thing that I need to bring this out to the viewers, I need to bring it out to you, in fact, and to myself also, just a reminder, is the teams that will win out on this Point 8 versus King's Crew. The victor of this match is going to secure themselves a spot in Division 3. So this is essentially the last day of the qualifier that we're going to see here, because all these teams have got to keep their game on point. They've got to make sure that they make this victory happen for themselves, or else you know how this works. It's a single elimination, and whoever does not survive this has to try their luck in the next season once again. And who knows what next season might bring in, because this season we got this season we got a comeback of really old and veteran teams. We just saw Zeros play in the last match as well. And Point 8, as the information I've gotten from in around the community, apparently they are Xbox players. So all right, Xbox players shifting to PC, say they already know all the maps, they already know the angles, they know so much, and maybe that is why Point 8 has a really different approach and a very different strategic approach. The way they play this, maybe that is how the meta on console goes back to. But King's Crew, very underrated. I've got to say that I haven't seen this squad play competitive, at least not in the run I've had. And so, very interesting fact. back in the day when I would play with my Smurf on rank, I would usually
Yeah.
get paired up with Messi from King's Crew. So that is how
So
we know each other a little bit. We just have a little conversation. I tell to Messi that, all right, you know what? The Esports Club is organizing a league. Maybe you want to get into competitive. And Messi is like, all right, might as well give it a shot. So I think that is all the background information I have for the side of King's Crew, while the players are still going to be joining the lobby in a while. Dr. Dan, what are your thoughts about this? Because the stakes are high for this one. Whoever wins this gets their secured spot in the league in Division 3.
So about point eight, Bira has been a teammate for me in a team. So despite Bira having the KD of point eight, the guy is a really good support player. The guy is a really good thermite player. So having a strong thermite player on a map like Border, where um, a hard breacher can change the way that the round is played, since every site that you're going to be attacking on this map, be it customs, bathroom tellers, armory, or even your ventilation for that matter, has walls that need to be opened up, which are mostly reinforced unless the defenders have made a big blunder and reinforced something they do not need to. So having a good thermite main is really going to be a strong point for point 8. On the other hand, King's Crew, we know how strong Messi is on his frags. We saw him play Ash and Jaeger and not only just get frags, but make impactful plays in which he would delay the push of attackers into the map. So, delaying map control and getting frags is basically what a really good roamer does. So, we know what Messi does. And at the same time, we have a player like Apex on King's Crew, who is going to be your IQ player. We saw him not just take out the Valk cams and the Echo drones. I think Echo was banned on Coastline though, so only the Valk cams. But the 552 Commando in the hands of Apex, or even the Twitch F2 in the hands of Apex, is going to be a really amazing weapon and is going to be in very good hands. So, having played my share, I have played my share of ranked games with and against Apex. I know that with IQ and Twitch on board, the man's just going to go all out and frag. Border also being a very attacker sided map, as you could call it, since all your angles have been discovered by teams over the period of, I'd say, 4 years that Border has been in the game. Since Border came out during Operation Desert Storm? No, sorry. It's the second season. So year one, season two is when Border got introduced. It has been a community favorite map since it has come out. It has not been reworked at all. So a small map. Essentially, it's like a smaller coastline where people just go for frags. It's going to be interesting when we have two teams with very strong fraggers and very good support players. I'm just very excited for this game.
All right, so it looks like everybody's joining into the lobby. Let's get up and running, I guess. All right, let me just ask if the players are ready or not. Let me ask the chat. Are you ready, people? We are witnessing the last day of the qualifiers where we'll get to find out who secures the 4 spots that are left empty in Division 3. Let's not waste any more time and get into the game. Border point 8 versus King's Crew is up and running. Dr. Dang, take it away.
So the ban phase on Border is probably going to be really predictable. We can see a Thatcher and a Capitao ban come out from the side of attackers, and most probably an Echo Maestro or a Mira ban come out from the side of defenders. So the ban phase can also, it can have surprises that might throw us and either of the teams off depending on what the teams have planned for their strats. So the first ban's going to be coming in now, which is going to be a Thatcher. So a very, I'd say, a very common ban. We saw over the course of how the ban phase has progressed in Siege has been so a Ying ban coming out. That's interesting. So we're going to have Capitao and Nomad. So all of your attackers in play except Thatcher and the Ying. So over the period of the ban phase being in not just in, as you call, competitive, or also in ranked, we have seen the ban phase gone from a simple way of removing defenders and attackers you do not want to play against. A Jaeger ban gonna be coming out. That's gonna be really interesting. Jaeger, seriously?
All
I
right,
mean,
a Jaeger ban coming out for the first time that I've seen in this league. I've waited to see this in a long time, and since I've got this opportunity to speak about it, let me just emphasize how important Jaeger is on a map like Border. And so the Jaeger ban used to be in the meta in our community. You know this team called CSBD Anonymous. Whenever they would
yes.
play Border, they start off on attack. They would ban Jaeger because they know exactly how to use those nade operators against the team and Border. Like I said, a close quarter map. If you are banning Jaeger, you are taking so much away from the defense. Meanwhile, we'll be seeing a 6-pick coming in from the Ash onto the Sledge, as they definitely need those nades for
Attackers
themselves.
need to
And
locate and
I'm
defuse
assuming it
bomb.
was point 0.8 who banned the Jaeger. I mean, obviously, right?
Uh,
It can't be
it
the
was
defense, King's Crew banning the Jaeger. And let me
it
just take a
was
look
it,
back. Hold
it
on.
was it
Oh.
was
Attackers
King's
have
Crew who
discovered the
banned
location
Jaeger.
of the
What?
bomb.
King's Crew banned the Jaeger? All right. King's Crew
Yep.
definitely have something up their mind right now. I
And
definitely
they're not
don't know
even
what that
playing
is.
Wamai.
They're
They're
not
not
playing the
even
Wamai
playing the
either.
Wamai, yeah. So either a misclick
Wait a
at the
minute.
last.
Is King's Crew pulling off a SSG on Border against point 0.8?
Seconds to go.
The 4 reinforcements on the side of Customs Passport. There's only
Either-
one onto the side of the teller's bathroom area. They've got a rotation made as well. Ventilation is the side they're going to go to. No top floor emphasis at all, except for Messi running the vigil. That is, he's going to be getting the reinforcement on his hatch done. Meanwhile, we see the Mozzie. He's got a few bullet holes for himself, but what is it that we're looking at here? Oh, Messi's going to peek out. He's going to find one. He's going to get that as well. Zoko Moko is taken out of the board. That is a very important fragger for the side of point 0.8. We did see him wreak havoc in the matches that he's played before. And what an explosive start for the sides of King Crew.
The Sledge with no nade denial on board, and Sledge being the only operator that point 0.8 had with frags, it's basically going to nullify any kind of pressure that you can be putting onto a player playing inside, as you can say. So is that that's the vigil getting spotted out by the IQ, and he might get punished for it. But no, the shots are going to be hitting the lockers, the metal lockers. That's going to be giving the IQ's position away, and Vigil's going to be completely safe. So, with 1 minute completed in the round, and your Sledge being off the board, and you're pushing a side that's downstairs, you basically just have two Zofia lifelines to make, as you call, vertical angles. So this is going to be interesting on how how point 0.8 decides to push in a side. They might have to just go for all out frags. Messi's going to take another one. That's going to be your Zofia. So that's basically at this point, if point 0.8 need to open vertical walls of Vigil's going to be awfully close to the Nomad peeking. He might be able to get this shot, but no, he's not going to land them. And the Nomad of Kraton is going to get the headshot on the Vigil. So some kind of and the Pulse gets spotted out, but he's going to be on really low HP, but he's going to survive the shots by the Nomad. And a C4 goes out. The Nomad has some vertical angles made by that C4 to call it out. The Pulse going to be playing inside, calling out the positions of point 0.8 playing upstairs. Thermite's going to get the hatch. Second C4 going through, but no, that's going to miss as well. So two C4s off the board. You still have one C4 on the Mozzie, who's going to be playing right under the hatch. And a third C4 miss. King's Crew, you have a pulse. You can just check upstairs and you can just use the cardiac sensor. The pulse is going to run out towards main lobby and is going to get taken out by the Thermite. So Nomad and the Thermite stacking up on the main door. The Ike is going to be, the Ella is going to be playing close metal, and now it comes down to the last 20 seconds of the round. Kraton's going to be pushing in on the rotation. Heartless going to get one. Plant's going to go down. Ella's going to be coming back. She's going to get the IQ. It's all down to, and Ella's going to get the plant, so the plant's down, and there's 7 seconds left. Mozzie just has to play time at this position at this point. The plant's going to probably be stuck with no Kraton's off the plant. He should have just stuck the plant, and that's going to be the first round on the board for King's Crew. So the Nomad deciding to not stick the plant at the last second, not gonna be the play. And we're gonna see King's Crew take the first round.
What a round coming in from the side of both the teams there. It really did boil down to the last few seconds. They're really well played by both the teams. And I still don't understand the emphasis on the side of the reinforcements that we saw King's Crew pull off on towards the side of Customs. They had the mute, they had the Mozzie. Maybe they were just trying to bamboozle the attackers, but I don't think it worked out because Border being that map where there's so many insertion points for the drones, you eventually are bound to get spotted out. Not really you cannot just channelize the drone in a way you want, despite having mute and Mozzie. So that out of the way, we'll be seeing us go to Customs, and we still haven't seen our Armory defense come out here. And look at this, I'm really impressed by the way King's Crew is playing this, because Armory,
10 seconds.
so far at least on paper, the most defendable side on Border, a very high success rate for that matter. But we'll be seeing King's Crew go on to more unorthodox sides, as looks like they are here for the challenge. They are here to bring something new, and they are here to make sure that their presence is being felt on taking this map victory in style towards Division 3 and securing themselves that spot. Only time can tell how that will turn out, because Point 8 is not going down without a fight. Definitely not. Still be seeing them staring into this reinforced wall. Bira is going to go for the breach, but he does know there's a mute jammer. Still going to attempt that anyway. The Buck could definitely make a few holes up top, and just as I speak about it, he does not remember that he's going to toss a flashbang instead of the nade now. So we do know that the Buck has lost his nade, but Hunter meanwhile is going to eat a lot of bullets from the Nomad, that is, as he is trying to peek the bullet hole. At least he's still alive for the time being. 50 HP left on himself. Messi is going to lay in. Alright, he's going to be hiding here. Really good hiding spot, knowing that he's got the vigil ability as well. And looks like the mute jammer has been dispatched. Now they have the top floor CCTV control. And Thermite shot is going to go off. That is your main breach done. Will we see another breach coming in from the side of Passport? Kaid is going to be playing inside ventilations, while play is going to be the Pulse on the cardiac sensor. He's got the C4 as well. So does Mr. 49, excuse me. Otter has got another C4, and so is JD Loft, having one himself. So Toxic is going to drop a kill onto Hunter. Does he know that Messi's still playing above? Messi's got to be very patient with this player. Artless is going to get a kill onto Mr. 49, and really swift attack coming in from the side of P8 this time around. But looks like the drone has already noticed where the Vigil is playing. That information does get traded off. He's going to make his way towards the office. I hope he doesn't get tunnel vision here, because the office door is still open. Still be seeing JD Love dispatch his only C4 that he had for himself. Messi still playing alone, while Play is going to be alone on site himself. Very low on HP, and that is it. He's going to get dispatched because the CCTV control has been given away to the attackers. Now it all comes down to Messi and JD Loft in a way. I don't think they can walk out of this, because they've got no map control for themselves and no retake potential as well. JD is going to be inside side. Meanwhile, Messi is going to get taken out as well. It all comes down to the Kaid. But will that make happen? It's a 1 versus 5 now, ace class situation. He's got the AUG. Tries to land a shot on the IQ, but the LMG spray comes in, and Point 8 are going to have themselves a flawless round. And what a round indeed, coming in from this attacking team, telling exactly what they have to King's Crew, that you do not go to Customs when you still have Armory unlocked.
So the Vigil hiding upstairs in office was not just a risky play. It was a play that could have decided the round. But at the same time, with the Mozzie playing close to him, it was just a matter of time before Point 8 was going to be droning office and figure out that, hey, we have Vigil Fuzzies, but we do not, we cannot see anyone playing inside tellers. So the play by Vigil really questionable. We're going to see a 6-pick come out from a Pulse to a Clash. So the Nomad of Trayton is going to be the only operator that can basically hard counter the clash.
Attackers need
But
to
I'm
locate and defuse
pretty
the bomb.
certain that that's not how Point 8 is going to be using the Nomad air jab. So it's going to be really interesting how we see the clash play, because we've seen a lot of teams use clash extremely strongly to defend the armory wall once it has been breached, because Clash being an operator that can basically stand in the line of fire like a Monty and relay information to your team so that they can peek and possibly have a little bit more information before they take a gunfight, which might be the deciding factor in for your teammate to win or
5
lose
seconds
that.
remaining.
So we're gonna see an interesting kite placement come
Attackers are
out
moving
by
out to locate a bomb and defuse
the
it.
side of JD Loft that's gonna be denying your armory wall, and at the same time with no Thatcher on board, that unless the IQ of Heartless spots out the Cade charge, it's gonna be really the Mavericks basically just gonna be chasing nothing. The Mavericks not gonna be able to get that Cade charge. So the setup of King's Crew does look to be really strong. They have a lot of utility denial in the size, in this, in the way of a Goyo, a Vamai, as well as a Maestro. So, Point 8 should. Oh, the Clash is going to be playing aggressively on the armory though. Possibly trying. The Nomad's going to be on a repel. She's going to pre-fire in the small office. Not going to be getting anyone over there. And I believe that at this point, Point 8 does not have any idea how they want to be attacking this.
A bomb has been located.
It's definitely Point 8. Looks in a little bit of a scuffle here. They definitely are trying to get their composure back. Meanwhile, I think they're getting maximum information on down below, because we did see a really hard emphasis coming in from the side of King's Crew in terms of how they were using the C4s and the Pulse. So look at that. Toxic, Heartless, Zokomoko, all three of them down below. You want to make sure they establish the bottom floor control first. And Heartless is just going to be watching this angle as looks like he's trying to catch somebody off guard but not able to find anyone. Bira has got to rotate back after he's done his duty of the drone works. He's going to get himself a breach done, and his team for that matter. Heartless is still holding down on the small offices as he's finally going to be making his way up. And the kite placement perfectly used. It's not going to get spotted out by the IQ. Looks like KCE's been doing their homework. Really good play, and this is exactly what I like to see. We still see Heartless push in. Oh, he's got a free entryway, but he's going to get shut down by the Goyo. And the confirmation should come in any time, and yes, it does. Goyo is going to claim that life, but the Maverick with the nade comes into play. JD Lock, meanwhile, is going to get another. Maverick gets taken out, and what a crossfire being established from the side of the defense here. Creighton, Zokomoko, and Bira. That is all left for the side of the attack. We'll be seeing Bira make his way inside. He's going to ignore the clash completely, but does he know where the Goyo is playing? He's going to look away at the wrong time. It's all going to come down to Creighton, but he's going to be away from Thermite. Thermite, the position does get given away. He's going to win that fight against the Womai, but will that matter? 2 versus 4 now. Creighton has got to maneuver back onto CC. He knows that the Thermite cannot pick a fight all by himself. Only 10 seconds left on the board. They've got to make this push happen. Clash is going to be cornered, but will that matter? The electrocution from the Clash comes in, and the Swirly Turley comes in from her as well. It's a 1 versus 3. He gets one, but it won't matter. King's Crew is going to be the victor of round 3, and what a play coming in from play. In fact, getting 3 frags for himself and really impactful ones as well. Really well played by the defensive team here. And we proceed to round 4. And one thing I still cannot, digest the fact that
Clash.
despite the Jaeger ban, the Jaeger ban, we still haven't seen an emphasis of projectiles being used. We are seeing Point 8 just rush into side, find out openings wherever they can penetrate from, and just get into it. We are not even seeing the Womai being employed by the defense, so you might as well take your sweet time, deploy your projectiles, get the defense a little bit overwhelmed where you can finally take advantage of them. But anyways, that is how Point 8 wants to play. I mean, that's up to them. Who am I to say? But just a little observation that I got to make here, because I think that is exactly what is costing them these rounds.
I believe that since Buck has lost his nades, the utility that Sledge brings on this border per se is not as good as Sledge on some other maps. I mean, on a map like Consulate, I'd rather have a Sledge than a Buck, that's true. But on a map like Border, I'd rather have a Buck. So with with frag grenades now being available on operators that
10
are
seconds to
not
go.
really that as you can say utility oriented. I mean, Finka has nades, so you might want to run nades on Finka, but you do not want to run a Finka. So you can be running a Maverick, which point 8 is not deciding to do. So you might be able to get a little bit of more utility with Maverick on board and get fragged. So operator selection a bit off, considering you do not have a Jaeger on board and you also do not have a Vamai being played on the side of King's Crew. So if point 8 reads into this and decides that, hey, we can get 4 grenades and just nade all spots that we see a defender in, they might be able to get some frags that do not even require gunfights. So we're gonna see point 8 being attacking on ventilation this time. The last time they went to vents, it did not really work out for them as Nomad did not stick to plant. But this time they're going to be making swift work on 2 upstairs, and bullet holes being held by Messi. He's going to miss his shots on Buck. He's going to connect one, but not light up Buck a whole lot. So he's going to be deciding to rotate back to east stairs and possibly go down and waste a little bit of time of the attackers. So I believe the attackers now have complete armory control, so they can start using the Buck and the Zofia to get vertical angles onto site, maybe pick off 1 or 2 defenders, but they have to be wary about the Pulse playing inside. With the IQ is going to tag the Pulse using her scanner, so the Pulse also needs to be a little bit wary about the dot, or we're gonna see 2 quick kills come out from the side of Kingsu. That's gonna be your Zokomoko and Toxic AF off the board. That's your Buck and Zofia. So no more vertical angles, and the Legion's gonna get 1 more onto Creighton. So the Thermite's gonna be peeking the Legion. He's not gonna down the Legion, and he's gonna get traded out by the Pulse. So amazing crossfires being held by King's Crew. They're not letting point 8 take anything. Heartless gonna get 1 frag onto the 2 frags onto the Vigil and the Pulse, but he's going to be on 20 HP, and with 40 seconds left and the diffuser already down, he's going to have to drone this and pull off a miracle to get this clutch in. The hatch is going to be open, but the Legion mines and the Mew Jammer is going to deny him any kind of intel. He's going to be spotted by the bulletproof cam placed, I believe, by the Vigil. So we are at this point, Heartless does not have any intel on where he wants to push. The Legion's going to be close by. He's going to get the down onto the Legion, and with 8 seconds on the board, the Legion mine's been pulled out. Heartless just has to go for frags, but point 8, the King's Crew is not going to be peeking. He's going to see 1 onto the kid, but he's not going to be left enough shots to get the kill. And like the last round, it's going to be King's Crew who's going to prevail on the ventilation side.
Man, King's Crew definitely bringing the guns alive for themselves there. We definitely didn't get to catch a lot of action there on the cams, and it did come down to the Thermite and the IQ. IQ a really good try, but I don't think it was pretty much a lost cause for her at that moment. Really couldn't do out of 5 alive defenders in a 1 versus 5 ace plus situation. Still got 3 kills for herself. I wouldn't say that's a bad try, but then again, if you cannot get the round for yourselves, it's still a lost cause. So 3-1 and King's Crew, really good preparation, man. I'm got to say that every single move that King's Crew is making right now, it's calculated. Every single move of theirs, every single operator pick, every single rotation hole, every single barbed wire, every single deployable cam that we're seeing them bring out, it is all prepared, it is all a strategy, and King's Crew is not failing to amaze me today as they are putting out a game exactly what I like to see, because the stakes are very high. Whoever wins this match gets themselves a spot secured in Division 3, and King's Crew is totally behaving like it. They want to get this spot for themselves, but Once again, now we've seen them defend armory and ventilation successfully. It's gonna pull them down to customs.
5 seconds left.
Customs inspection, like we discussed, was not really successful, and that is exactly the one round given away to point 8, as we see in a 3-2-1 scoreline on the top of our screens right now. But the real question is, will King's Crew be able to successfully defend this time around? Because they've got to make sure they do. If they just keep giving away rounds where customs is just not their side, it's definitely going to cost them. Mr. 49 is going to come up with a late mute jammer, but he's going to get flashed. Nothing to worry about. It's just a few futile flashes coming in from the buck. But anytime now they're going to be using the nades, and yes, just as I speak about it, Quentin has gotten the mute jammer already, I presume, and Thermite Charge is going to go live and they get the breach done very swiftly. Really good use of utility coming in from point 8, and more than that, really quick and really necessary as well. And everybody's going to be stacked outside the breach here. Play knows exactly what the push is coming in from. He's got the cardiac sensor, and the C4 comes out. Oh, he catches the C4. Great, and what a play, but the second C4 is going to miss as well. Pulse comes in, but he's going to get taken out. Toxic is going to be the one to convert on, and Quentin is going to win that gunfight. What is going on? P8 is just bringing guns alive for the team, and JD is going to refrag onto Hart. It all comes down to Messi, JD, and Hunter. They still got to keep this alive, as the attackers have now established their control over onto this side here. Bira could go for the plant any time now, and that is exactly what we'll see him do. Toxic is going to watch his cross angle. Will that matter as the push is coming in any time now? Messi is going to claim the life of the Ash while the diffuser has gone down. Oh, that is going to be the Thermite actually. Alright, I'm not exactly sure where that peak came in from. Was that from above? I don't know, but the plant is going to go down, and it will. It's a post-plant situation now, 3 versus 3, but everybody's going to be so low on HP. Toxic is going to make sure he gets a kill onto Messi. It all comes down to Hunter and JD. But where are the defenders? They are rotating back. They've got a reinforcement to work against them, but JD doing so much heavy lifting for his team. He's going to pick up 2 flags for himself. Does he know where the last Ash is playing? Yes, he does. He's going to tag her, but not win the gunfight. It's a 1 versus 1 now. Ash is going to be really low. Hunter knows exactly where she's playing. Tries to go for the pre-fire, but he's going to eat a few shots for himself. Hunter's got to make this peak happen, but he doesn't know that. He's thrown there, and point 8 are going to win that match all by their gunplay. And what a play coming in from Zoko Moko to clutch that round for themselves and put another round on board for point 8. And what a play from this attacking team here as we proceed to round 6 before the side swap.
Oh boy, that C4 shot is what saved the round for point 8. I mean, if Creighton did not get that C4, that would have been your buck and sledge off, and your push into jail, as people call it, would have ended right there. So sometimes it's small things like this, these in the round, that change the way that a round is going to pan out. But hey, they did what they did, and they did get the round win on them finally. So we're gonna see a 6 pick from Echo to a clash. Mr. 49 is did show that he is gonna be really helpful for his team on
Defenders, protect your
the
bombs.
clash. And I believe we saw another 6 pick come out from the side of Creighton to a Monty from a Nomad. So are we going to see a shield face-off this round? I would love to have a shield face-off. I mean, a 1v1, no plant down, a Monty and Clash standing in front of each other. I think there was a meme that that when Clash was released in Operation Grim Sky, I think someone put it up on Reddit, where they just had a secure area match. The timer was on 0-0, and Clash and Monty were just standing in front of each other staring. It would have been my placement not going the way of Hunter. I believe he is that Vamai thing even gonna get? Alright, so it might be that the Vamai is placing his magnet for the nade that people can throw from top of skylight to deny the bandit trick that people do for the office wall. So a really smart placement of the magnet. We're gonna see a complete east side push coming out from the side of point 8. So Messi's gonna be the only one playing downstairs, with all 4 of the defenders hunting down inside or close to side. We're gonna see the Cade most probably holding bullet holes to the window. The Ash is gonna be opening up the walls, and King's Crew, alright, so King's Crew has realized that the push is going to be on east stairs, and they're going to go for a Monty plant, but at the same time they have to deal with all of the C4s that King's Crew has gotten. I believe they have one C4 on the Kate and one C4 on the Goyo, but that's not going to matter. Bira's just going to be going for the plant behind the Monty of Traitor, and they do not know that the plant's going to be set. The plant's going to be going down with cover from the vents window, and Monty playing this perfectly, standing in front of the diffuser. King's Crew have no idea how to take this back. Messi's going to be inside office. The diffuse going to be coming out from the side of G-Lock, but it's just going to be a frag fest, and he's going to try to stick it, but he's not going to survive that. Clash going to be standing on the doorway. She's going to be playing like the Monty, but it's not going to matter, as Heartless is going to get 1-on-2. The Wamai and the Clash is going to be dispatched off by Heartless. So an amazing plant and a post plant coming out from the side of Point 8, and King's Crew completely misreading the situation that was going on, and we're gonna see a 3-3 split come out from the side of Point 8 and King's Crew.
So kudos to Point 8, realizing that King's Crew is going over strategic at times where they don't have to. Point 8 reading right into it. They made sure that they get a quick plant in for themselves. All they needed was a pair of smokes, and the Monty, definitely they didn't even have to use the smokes because the Monty was doing all the job for them. As we'll be seeing a play, once again he's going to be bringing out the Kali. We were having this discussion before we got into the match, because we saw Play bring out his Kali plays yesterday. Not really, not a great impact on terms of how he contributed to the team, but looks like Play is just a Kali main, man. I think that's what he is. And like you said, quoting Dr. Dang here, a lot of nationalism coming in from Play here. Because, alright, we get it. Kali, the Indian operator, is going to be using that. We get it, but is Kali really useful here? That is the real question.
I mean, with Cade on the board, it makes sense that Play might be getting Kali and Thatcher's ban. So you can say that Play is going to be playing the Kali as an alternative Thatcher on this map, since we know that Thatcher ban is, as you call, really impactful on a map like Border. So you're going to see Bira throw out a Valcam, which might get spotted. So that might either get spotted out by one of the attackers, or since there's no IQ on the board, Rana gonna be coming out on the side. He's gonna be a little late, and he's gonna give away his position. So the Valcam's gonna get spotted. That's gonna be the end of those runouts, I believe, from the side of Bira. Claymore's probably gonna be set by the Zofia, yes, to deny the same jump out that Val's just made. So the timing on the jump out by Bira was off by mere seconds. I mean, if he had decided to just jump out, we're gonna see a gun. All right, Nomad. So Nomad's gonna get the Legion, and
Nomad is already inside customs, and she's got the diffuser as well. Okay, all right, Nomad. Are you sure about this, Nomad? Well, she's got some help for herself here. That is going to be Thermite. They'll be making their way towards the site pretty soon. I think there's going to be more or less of a passive rush. I think maybe they're just getting their information done for themselves as Mr. 49. As for some reason, I keep calling him Mr. KCE. And did I just see Hunter assume the site was customs or no? I just saw him crowds walking, reverse crowds from that window, and I assume that he's trying to get his plan down over there. Oh, I think that is exactly what is going on. Oh, so, yeah. Oh, okay.
Kali, the long angles being played. So long angles by Kali are what Kali was meant for, and if you can hold those pixels with a rifle that basically one-shots, you have a really terrifying operator on your hands. So right now the HP and man advantage on the side of Point 8, King's Crew. So Nomad's gonna be on 50 HP, and Play's gonna get that shot onto Heartless. So that's your pulse off the board. That's going to be a C4 and your cardiac sensor. The Kate's going to be playing prone right on the door of... did Kali just down the Kate? I believe yes, but the C4 from from Creighton is all right. So the Cade's not going to be tagged up. Messi's going to get a double kill onto going to get a double kill, but it's all down to the Cade of Creighton. He's going to be playing close to the diffuser near the main door. He has an angle on the rotation. He's going to get one. Can he get the Zofia? He's going to fire some shots and run away. So the Zofia's got 12 seconds to figure out where the Cade's going to give out his shots, but no, he's going to hit the headshot first on Messi. And Creighton, with the amazing gunplay on the AUG, is going to save the round for point 8. Oh, Zofia, you just had to take the diffuser and run back. You didn't have to
Dude, I think the funniest part was the Kali trying to get the Kaid, and he took out a C4, and the Kali ran away, knowing that the Kaid is having a C4 prepped. And then she's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to walk right back into that C4 and kill myself. A little bit of a misplay from play there, as I can do that word play. Oh wow, play again. Look at that.
Will Play's significant other be called Misplay?
Misplay, definitely. So, oh yeah, actually, I did know this one player that I had to play with previously. Is he did have one of his accounts named Miscalculated. So yeah, originally, yeah. Anyways, that's another topic. Coming back to the game, I think what point 8 is doing over here is they're getting to the heads of King's crew. They broke their defense up already twice before coming into the side swap, and now that they're into side swap, they are making sure they're bringing out 200 IQ plays. You know, those amaze balls plays, as I like to call it, it just works out. I mean, this is Siege. You just try something a little too unpredictable, and the opponent team, the moment they can realize what you're trying to pull off, they're already dead, or you've already got the round victory for yourself. So I think the point 8 at this point are getting into the heads of King's crew, and that is what is costing them these rounds. And point 8, really good attempt on this comeback here. Definitely going to put themselves in the advantage, 4-3, and looks like this match is building up to be quite a close one. We might even see overtime coming up, but only time can tell how that is going to pan out. A 1v1. Oh, all right, Heartless is going to go outside, and what are you doing, Heartless? He is gonna light himself up already with his own C4, and after that he is gonna run out despite the HP tag on himself. And I have zero idea of what I just saw Heartless do. I am out of words. I don't want to speak about it. Thank you. We're seeing a breach on what? All right, that's going to open the 90 wall as well.
Thermite, that's a big brain thermite charge right there, Hunter. That's
Look at this.
Not just give you an angle to break room rotate. That's also gonna give you an angle into deep metal. That's a smart thermite charge right there, my man.
All right, so what I think is going on over here is KCE has sat down all night yesterday, and they have literally by-hearted every single Coconut Bra video.
Yeah,
I'm just joking around, but it's really good emphasis in terms of the mechanical play that we're getting to see from them, exploiting every single advantage that the game can give them, and really good emphasis of that. And we'll be seeing JD Loft make his way into archives. He's getting free real estate here. He's gonna drop the smoke as well, but he doesn't know that because there's no points on the board. But the Kaid is creeping up on him. But that'll be the echo, excuse me, as Zokomoko is gonna collect that kill for himself, and the revive should come in any time now. But it's all gonna come down to these three defenders. Meanwhile, the push has already happened from the side of Archives. Hunter is gonna claim the life of Zokomoko. It's all down to Creighton, as Toxic is still gonna be down. It's a 1 versus 4. Clutch situation for the Kaid. Creighton is going to move his way back onto the hallway, and look at that. The confirmed kill comes in from play eventually. He's going to be in the hallway, but he knows that the air jab is waiting for him just to sound off and pop him away. But it's not going to be the air jab taking him off, but it'll be Messi collecting that kill for his team, as KCE are going to put the equalizer round for themselves. 4-4 is the scoreline, as this match only promises to get more intense, more critical, and more nail-biting as we proceed to round 9.
So the Kaid being stuck in allowing the Buck to just jump into vents, and even though he was not able to get this, as you call the confirmed kill onto this smoke, but the very fact that he disrupted the defense flow that point 8 was having was more than enough to allow King's Crew to call it out and make a play on the side. So we're going to see a Valk pick come out from the side of point 8, and
Attackers need to
and
locate and
IQ still not being run on the side of King's Crew. I mean, either they do not believe that Valcams are going to be influential for the push that they're doing, or it's just that IQ is not going to be an operator that King's Crew likes to play. Either ways, those Valcams are going to be staying up most probably, and they might relay a lot of crucial intel on the side of defenders that could get called out for pre-play C4s or for runouts, as we saw the last 2 rounds that the defenders have attempted. So we are we're going to have point 8 come back to the same side, and they should learn from the mistakes that they made. We're going to see a Valcam getting thrown out towards Vents window. It might just allow the defenders to have enough information for someone like the Buck jumping in. Not really a different setup, and a hasty Valcam being thrown out by Zokomoko, not having enough time to push into break room and place a cam properly. So sometimes we're going to see Heartless take out Messi. That's going to be your Zofia off the board. That's, I believe, going to be from Passport Door or Customs. I do not know where he has run out from. I believe that was the Passport run out that you can see for the Valley spawn. It was, I believe, I think it was done by Canadian for the first time, and since then people have been doing it a lot. So either ways, your Zofia is off the board. Your one of your strongest fraggers is going to be off the board for King's Crew, and point 8 setting up an early advantage for themselves. We're going to see Kali make her way into supply closet downstairs, and it should probably be for the hunt. Yep, it's going to be for the hunting of the Pulse. The Pulse is going to be pinged out. He is inside tellers, and can Kali converge on this? Though the magnification of that scope, she's going to see the Pulse, and she's going to miss her first shot and the second shot. So the Pulse is now going to be aware of where the Kali is going to be playing. He might be able to use his cardiac sensor to figure out where the Kali is going to be and get some pre-fires through the walls. But no, Kali is not going to be paying attention to the Pulse, and she's just going to be running up these stairs. So this is just going to be a game of cat and mouse, and Buck on the other hand is going to be down outside of Vents, and the Pulse is going to be wasting a lot of time of Kali. She decides to jump into tellers. The Pulse gets a C4, and no, he's going to C4 himself. Oh, Heartless, those are not impacting it. The hatch is going to be open, but Heartless. Why? That's not an impact mid. That's a C4 that kills people. So we're going to see Play get a kill onto Zokomoko as well, and Buck's going to be revived right before he is right before he bleeds out onto the floor. So man advantage in the hands of as you can say, King's Crew. Oh, sorry, it's going to be a 3v3. Pre-fire is going to be coming in from the side of defenders, but the Cade's going to be playing prone inside office. He's going to get one. Toxic is going to get another one onto JD. It's all down to the play, but he does not have enough time, and the SMG is going to win out the gunfight between the SMG and the CZ, and point 8 have gotten another round and go 5 rounds to 4 rounds on this matchup.
I have no idea what Heartless was trying to do over there. That's the second time he's done that. He did that once in fact in the second time in this match particularly. He did that when he was trying to run out detention area from customs. Now he did that when he was in tellers, and it was first time he just tagged himself. He lost like 40-ish HP, but this time he killed himself. And Heartless, we get it, man. Your names is already it's depressing enough, but you don't have to do that. It's okay. We get it. You just You just play something with an
Defenders,
impact
protect your
grenade
bombs from being defused
and make
by
the
attackers.
runouts you want to. Oh
I
boy.
was so distracted by that Kali hunting the pulse that I completely missed the pulse
Yeah.
C4ing himself. And
Yeah.
I was like, wait, Pulse was
Discover the
alive. And then I
location
see,
of a
oh
bomb.
no, Heartless, you C4'd yourself.
For some reason, I think Kali is not the way. I think the way Kali's play. Shit,
Dang.
I just got that the
The
other
way
way.
play is playing.
The way play is playing Kali. Oh, look at the wordplay,
Is
man.
not the play. Oh boy.
The way
Alright,
play is
alright.
playing Kali
Too
is
much
totally
play.
not the play, because the way Kali is supposed to be played is you either provide support for your teammates while you're trying to watch on flanks. You make sure you're taking out defender utility. That can be shields, that can be castle barricades, that can be bandit batteries, that can be kite chargers, that can be mute jammers, that can be so much. And even if you're not able to do that, you eventually have to pick a gunfight by yourselves. You might as well try to wall bang a single solo wall in that tellers. You could have gotten yourself a free kill, but we'll be seeing Heartless once again. He's going to be stationed very close towards
another
the
run out?
side. Oh yeah, maybe another run out where C4 gets. Oh, look at that. Zokomoko is here to help himself though, in case Heartless decides to kill himself. Zokomoko is going to heal himself back up. But look at the pre-fires coming in from the Nomad. And Kali is making her way in as well. She might as well get herself a really good angle established for her, while Hunter is going to get Zokomoko. And that is a quick clear on the wrong game. But do they know that another player that is going to be Heartless playing down below? That gets spotted out. Kali, oh, look at that peek coming in from play. And he's going to prove me wrong. And it looks like play just comes back from a CSGO background. He's just good with the ops. And he's going to show exactly that. Kali's going to be holding this angle for herself. Now she's got a really good line of sight for herself onto the side of the main site. Valkyrie's waiting for her to make any mistakes. But Valkyrie's got to make sure she doesn't make anything herself. But look at that pre-fire from Bira. Is going to claim the life of Kali. Definitely not. 0.8 KD plays from him. As Creighton is still going to be holding down on towards the side of the bathroom. That's going to be Tellers. But Toxic is going to be on top. Bira is going to be solo onto side. He's got to make sure he holds this down, and it's essentially a stronghold. While Mr. 49 has made his way in, he's going to go down with the plant as well. Where is the Kaid? He's got to make this flank happen right now. Creighton, you've got to make this push happen. He's going to try and land his shots here. He's not going to pick anything. Creighton is going to get one, while Messi is going to get onto another. It all comes down to Creighton and Toxic. He's going to be above, while Creighton has got to make his play happen. But look at that prone peak coming in from the Thermite. He's going to claim his life as well, as Toxic is only the man left alive for the side of P8. As looks like King's Crew wants to bring this equalizer in, and they exactly will do that. What a play from both these teams, as King's Crew is going to be the victor of that in the end of the round here, and they are going to proceed to a 5-5 equalized scoreline. And both of these teams are giving each other such a tough fight. Anybody could take match point at this moment.
I mean, we have at least 2 prone peaks come out from either one of these sides on every round. Every round we're gonna see a prone peak come out. It's just all right. So coming back to the gameplay, all right. So I think you've said play too many times this match. So you're gonna see Vents defense come out from the side of 0.8. They, at this point, either one of these teams can take the match, since we do have overtime. These matches cannot end in a draw, because it's going to be single elimination. So whichever team either reaches 7 points before
Defenders, protect
the
your
other
bombs
one
from
reaches
being
6,
defused by
or we're
attackers.
going to have play till the 15th round, which is going to be ending in either an 8-6 or a 8-7. So we're going to see a 6-pick come out from Creighton to an Echo. This might be because of the reason that King's Crew has had a very strong plant game, in which they have made their way into side really quickly, and then isolated one side, the defenders to one side, and planted on the other. So we're going to have
10 seconds
mostly the same kind of setup from the side of 0.8.
5 seconds to insertion.
The Doc and the Legion, sorry, the Pulse, I believe, of Heartless
Attackers are
getting
moving
picked
out
out
to locate a
early
bomb and defuse
last
it.
round might have been the deciding factor. So we're going to see how that pans out for Zokomoko and Heartless this round. But Bira is going to be putting the same run out cam this time. Let's hope he has better timing on this. He's going to be spotting the sledge and the Kali on the jump out. The sledge is unaware of the Valcam, but he's going to be watching that window. So this might be the time that Bira, you want to jump out. He's going to see the Kali go on the drone and he's going to jump out. He's going to get the Kali, and that's going to be your play off the board. Your Kali's off the board. So finally the jump out working out in the favor of Bira and point 8, and they're going to get an early man advantage. Sledge is going to be making his way into Tellers really quickly, and he's going to figure out that bathroom's clear. Messi is going to get one onto the nuke of Toxic, but Heartless is going to trade your Sledge out. So point 8 right now are in a really strong position to go to their match point. The pulse of Heartless is going to be relaying a lot of information. Was that a shot from upstairs onto the Sledge? I believe yes, that was. So the Sledge not having the sneaky play that he decided to have, and at this point, King's Crew need to figure out Messi's going to get Heartless, so that's going to be a lot of intel off the board. And the wall bang coming out from Messi, my man. What? Calm down. You didn't have to end him like that. So Zofia's going to be on 50 HP, but she has done the work for her team. The breach is going to get open, but Thermite decides to run in, and it's taken out by Creighton playing the Echo. And Bira's going to get another one onto
Messi. He's got triple kill for himself. All kills on the board so far are by this man, and he's got to make this ace happen for himself. 1 versus 2 clutch, very crucial for this team, as it is going to be the decider on who goes to match point, but it's not going to matter, as Valkyrie is going to be the victor of that fight, and Messi, despite bringing the guns alive on the board for his team, is not going to allow him to take this team to match point. Meanwhile, point 8 are going to proceed to that, and we are going into round 12, and oh boy, 6-5 here. The equalizer could come anytime now. Definitely KCA still has got this. Don't want to be underestimating them here, but definitely that play from Thermite sprinting into an open hallway like that, not the play hunter, not what you want to do. And a really sad play coming in there, because we saw Messi pull off the entire round for his team there. He got the top floor control all by himself. He even got the first frag, and then it just fell apart, as the Thermite could have even gone for the bathroom breach. I don't know what they were thinking over there, but they only had one entryway inside point, and everybody just got funneled into that one small channel, and that is exactly what made the defenders take advantage of that very easily. P8 converting into that perfectly, not wasting any time, as they shut down King's Crew, and now they sit on match point. All they have to do is win one more round, while King's Crew have still got to win one more to bring that to an equalizer and take us to overtime.
So the Kali, so Bira had made that run out before in this, I think a round or 2 back, and the Kali just deciding to go on drone without even checking whether that window is open was, I would say, unfortunate, but at this level of play, you should remember that those run-out have come, and you should not be taking things for granted. So we're going to see the Valk switch up to the Zokomoko, this time from Bira, who's going to be playing Illusion, and the Pulse is going to be on Heartless and Creighton on the Cade. So I believe Creighton was playing the Echo with Angle Grip and a holographic last round. So not really playing Echo for his ACOG, I believe. Though that is what a lot of people decide to do. So Pulse gonna be using the scanner in the opposite direction, usually from down to up, but this time he's gonna be using up to down, and he's trying to probably call out any kind of push coming in downstairs for the roamers. Or no, I do not believe that there are any roamers on the side of point 8. So yes, I think there's no roamers, right? Yep, there are no roamers. All right, so east side and office take up on the hands of King's Crew, and you're finally going to see the Kali of Play using her gadget to get the Electroclaw and get 5 HP off the Thermite. So the breach is going to get opened in office, and this this might just be the switch up that King's Crew needed to do. But as we can see, all right, so the shot come out from the thermite, the pre-fire. Heartless
What a
is
play from Hunter there, definitely standing up for the mistake he did in that last round. Is gonna get that kill on to Heartless. While I didn't quite get to catch that. JD Loft, the IQ is gonna get dispatched as well. Meanwhile, Play is maneuvered back downstairs. Will he find the skill on the balcony? Yes, he's going to find it. Zoko Moko very busy and invested on what is going on the top floor. Is not going to pay attention to what is going on in front of him. And look at that peek from Zofia. He's going to get punished while Creighton is going to drop another. It all comes down to Hunter and Mr. 49. Make that only Hunter, as he's going to be on 5 HP. As all the dreams and hopes for King's Crew stay on this man and this man alone, because he's got to close this out in a 1 versus 3 with Legion Minds to fight against, with so much to fight against, and not to forget 3 angry defenders, because if they lose this round, that is it. They get sent home and out of the league here. Their qualifying chance is gone, as Point 8 is going to secure themselves the victory with the 7-5 scoreline. And what a comeback from Point 8. Despite starting off rusty on this map, they're going to be winning this matchup, and they proceed to Division 3 at the WD Black, the Esports Club League Season 2. And welcome to the gang, Point 8. What a play from you guys. What a play. Totally deserving and really good guns coming alive for yourselves. Creighton is going to be stealing the MVP with 13 frags for himself. Just amazing that we just got to see. What a match. What a match.
that was a nail biter for both those teams and for us, and I believe all viewers in chat. So, Point 8 really showing why they deserve to be in Division 3 of the Esports Club, Rainbow Six Siege League. And unfortunately for King's Crew, they are not going to be, as you can say, prevailing and making their way into the league. So no worries for King's Crew. They still have an opportunity in the third season of the league when we come back. And do not go anywhere. We're going to be coming back soon with more Rainbow Six Siege action. This is going to be me, Dr. Dang, and Foxy signing off.
Good. Just before we sign off, a little bit of information to all our viewers out there. We will be coming back, just like Dr. Dang said, with another stream that is going to be Team RC versus Team Mwaha. And the second match and the last one to top it all off is going to be Silent Esports versus TBD. It's going to be the fight between these 4 teams on to deciding who takes the last 2 spots in Division 3, as things are getting so exciting over here as we are proceeding towards the conclusion of the Season 2 qualifiers. Thank you, Dr. Dang. It was amazing having you co-casting with me. This is Foxy
Same
signing
here.
off. Dr. Dang, once again, it's a pleasure. And we'll be back once again with the WD Black, the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, powered by LG Ultragear in association with TEC, Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. In just a while, with another stream, the Rainbow Six Siege action is not stopping.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Knew forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.